Good morning, yogis. For today's practice, we are going to be working on opening up or activating our root chakra. So our root chakra is the first chakra. It's located at the base of our spine. It's associated with the color red. So wearing red can really help you open up your root chakra. Also eating red foods such as beets. Beets have a really beautiful dark red color and they're so good for you and they're delicious too. Doing some yoga poses that focus on the lower part of our bodies. So we'll be doing that, working on our legs, our feet, our toes even. This can all open up your root chakra. And this chakra is associated with feeling grounded, feeling safe. You know your root chakra is blocked if you are feeling a lot of anxiety or you don't feel safe. And I know a lot of us now have that anxiety, have that feeling. I know I do right now. And I feel personally that I need to work on my root chakra. So I hope you find this practice beneficial. So let's begin seated on our yoga mats, any comfortable position that you like. Even sitting in a chair right now. We're just going to relax before we start our practice. So you can place your palms down on your thighs. This will help you feel grounded. You can close your eyes or just have a soft gaze if you feel safer doing that. A lot of people don't like to close their eyes. Whatever is good for you. And relax. Maybe roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears, lengthening the back of your neck. Maybe tucking your chin slightly. And breathe. If setting intention is part of your practice, you may want to do that now. I'd like to offer one that may help you open up your root chakra. I am always safe, connected to earth. Notice your heart. Is your heart rate slowing down? Notice your breath. Are your inhales getting longer? Are your exhales more complete? Just bring your attention inward and forget about everything else that's going on in the world today. Just feel your connection with the earth. If your eyes are closed, you can open them now. And let's go ahead and come into child's pose. So let's do a wide-legged child's pose here. Big toes come together, knees spread out wide, and then lower down onto your mat. Arms coming out in front. And lower your head, chest, and forehead down to the mat. And really feel the connection with the earth here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. And come up onto your fingertips. And let's just tippy toe, finger toe, fingertips over to the left side. of your mat, and then lower back down and get a good stretch on the right side of your body. Coming back up to your fingertips, let's walk those fingertips back over to the center and then to the right side of your mat, and then lower down, getting a good stretch on the left side of your body. Coming back up onto your fingertips, go ahead and walk your fingers over to the center and then press down one more time in the center. And we'll do the seal of yoga. So bring your arms back behind you and clasp your fingertips together, and then raise your hands up over your head. Getting a nice shoulder stretch here. And coming back out of that, let's come to tabletop position on your hands and knees, wrists directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips, and we'll do some cat-cow stretches here. So inhale and relax your belly, open your heart, open up your throat into your cow, and then exhale, push the mat away, curl your spine, looking down at your belly button into cat. Inhaling back into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. And then any other free-form movement that you'd like to do here. Maybe you'd like to make some circles here in one direction. Warming up your wrists, getting ready for some downward facing dogs. And then in the other direction a few times. Or any other free-form movement that you'd like to do. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. Or maybe just some circles with your head in one direction and then the other direction. Maybe bringing your left shoulder back towards your left hip, right shoulder to right hip. Anything you want to do right now makes you feel good. And then coming into stillness, we're going into our first downward facing dog. So curl your toes and press your hips up into the sky. And this is our first downward dog of the day. So let's come into this very gently, bending your knees generously here. Arms are straight, palms spread wide on the mat. Your ears are between your biceps. And let's pedal our feet here. Bring one heel down, followed by the other. And coming into stillness. Maybe pressing back a little bit farther, the chest coming towards the thighs a bit more. Knees still can be generously bent here. Just really warming up right now. And then look forward, and then maybe step slowly up to your hands into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Again, this is our first forward fold, so come into this gently, with knees bent generously here. Maybe shake your head yes and no here too, releasing any tension on your neck. And then just rise up halfway, palms on shins, back flat, gaze down on your mat. And then back into your forward fold. And then on an inhale, let's rise all the way up, Arms overhead, palms overhead, gaze up, palms together, and bring your palms down to heart center. And then bring your hands down to your sides, and we'll come into mountain pose. So mountain pose is a great way to feel grounded. So lift your toes up off your mat and spread your toes wide, and then press them down into the earth. And imagine that your feet are going all the way through your mat, through your floor, down into the earth. And you're rooted down. Roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears. Tuck your pelvis slightly, tuck your chin slightly, lengthen the back of your neck. Your spine is straight. This is an active pose. Your fingers are spread wide, your palms facing forward. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive over with a flat back into your forward fold. Inhale, into flat back. Exhale, back to your forward fold, and then step your left foot way back behind you. We're coming into a runner's lunge here. So you feel some buoyancy here. You're up on your fingertips, your spine is straight, your heart is open to the front. Into runner's lunge. And then with the strength of your legs, rise up into a high lunge. And really feel grounded here. Try to lunge deeply as you can. Your right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle, if you can. It can really make you feel grounded here. You know, the base of your spine is coming down towards the floor. Arms are up over your head, energetic. And then we're going to rotate out to warrior two. Again, try to bend your right leg as much as you can, making sure that knee doesn't come out over your toes. It should be directly over your ankle here. Roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears. Gaze out over your right fingertips. And then we're going to rotate back to high lunge. Feeling grounded here, feeling connected to Mother Earth. And then back to warrior two. Back to high lunge. And then back to warrior two. One more time, back to runner's lunge. Bring your hands down between your right foot. And then we're gonna just rotate over into a wide-legged forward fold here. Here we go, and then just hinge at your hips. Coming down into a wide-legged forward fold. Getting a little break here. Stretching the backs of your legs. Crown of your head coming down towards your mat, towards the earth. Feeling connected to the earth. Feeling our feet grounding down. And then we're gonna do a little side lunge here. So bend your right leg and come down into a side lunge, and your left toes will be flexed. And so my right heel is up, but if you're more flexible, you can bring it down to the mat. I like to keep it up. It feels like I can get more length here. Now we'll rotate to the other side. So press your left foot into the mat and lunge over to the left side. And bring your right foot up off the mat, flexing your right foot. Hold it here for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then rotate to the back of your mat. So we're going into runner's lunge with your right leg back behind you now. Again, you have some buoyancy here. You're up on your fingertips. Your heart is open. Your spine is straight. And then with the strength of your legs, rise up into a low lunge or a high lunge. High lunge here. Left leg is bent generously, maybe even at a 90-degree angle. Now we're going to rotate back out to Warrior Two. Roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears. Gaze out over your left fingertips. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. And then rotating back to your high lunge. Feeling the strength of your legs, feeling grounded. Feeling safe and strong. Rotating back out to Warrior Two. Back to high lunge. One more time, back to Warrior Two. Back to high lunge. Then bring your fingertips down on either side of your left foot, and then we're going to go to that wide-legged forward fold again. So rotate back into your forward fold and bring the crown of your head down towards the earth, hinging at the hips and coming up to a flat back. Leave your right hand down on the mat, and on an inhale, raise your left arm up into the air, gazing up at your left fingertips to a nice twist here. Bring your left hand down, and we'll do the other side. So inhale and bring your right arm up into the air, gazing up at your right fingertips. And bring that hand down. And then heel toe your feet in a bit, just a bit here. And then feel some buoyancy here. You're in a squat. We're going to do a goddess pose. So rising up and then squatting down. Arms are cactus arms. This is goddess pose here. This really is great for opening up your root chakra. You can really feel it here. Your whole lower body here is working hard. You're rooting down. Inhale up and exhale back down into your goddess pose. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Feeling safe. Feeling connected to the earth. Inhale up. And one more time, squatting back down into your goddess pose. And from here, we're going to come into a Yogi Squat. So go ahead, put your hands on your hips and heel toe your feet in a little bit more. And then we're going to squat down into our Yogi Squat. And your elbows can be used to press your knees apart. And this is also an excellent way to open up your root chakra. Feeling connected to the earth, knowing that you are safe and grounded. The universe is a safe place. You are taken care of. Maybe shifting your weight back and forth here. Enjoying this quiet time. You bring your hands down to the mat and raise your hips up into the air, into a forward fold. And then slowly, ever so slowly, curling your spine and coming up into a standing position. Bring your feet together about hips width apart. We're going to do our mountain pose again. So roll your shoulders down and back. Palms are facing front. Pelvis is tucked slightly. Chin is tucked slightly. Spine is straight. Lift your toes up. Spread them wide and then press them down into the earth. Feel that connection here. You can close your eyes here if you like, or just keep a soft gaze. And breathe. From here, we're going to go into tree pose. So I'm going to step off of my mat because it's a little bit squishy and hard to balance. So let's begin grounding down with our right leg. So imagine your right leg is going down again through your mat, through the floor, into the earth. Not just on the earth, you're going right into it like you have roots, like your leg has roots. And then kickstand your left foot up to your shin. And you can just stay here if you like. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Maybe you want to relax here. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, maybe bring your left shin, the left sole of your foot to your calf, or to your right inner thigh, or even up higher if you like. Rotating that left knee out, grounding down with your right leg. Bring your hands to heart center and balance here. I know if you watched my video on core strengthening, I told you that the more you wiggle, the more you work your core. But for this pose, for the root chakra, let's try to be steady. Let's try to feel grounded. This practice is all about feeling safe. So let's hold it here for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And go ahead and come out of that gently. Maybe shake your arms and your legs. And we'll do the other side. So this time we're grounding down with our left leg through the mat, through the floor, through the earth. We're rooting down and kickstand your right foot onto your left shin. Hands to heart center. Or for more of a challenge, you can bring your left leg up to your calf or your thigh, or even higher if you like. And rotating that right knee out to the side. Should be open. And breathe and balance and feel safe. Try to relax into this pose. And breathe. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, go ahead and lower your right foot and shake everything out. Shake. Okay, let's come onto our mat. We're going to come down onto our shins. Now, this pose might be really uncomfortable. Probably will be really uncomfortable. But what I'd like you to do is curl your toes. And we're going to sit back onto our heels. So make sure that all your toes are being worked here. So even your little bitty toe, bring it out. Make sure it's just not your first 3 toes, that all toes are being stretched here. And let's just sit here and enjoy this time together. I know the first few times I did this pose, I could hardly stand it. And now it actually feels good to me. You can rest your hands on your thighs, maybe at heart center. Breathe deeply. Breathe into that sensation. If there's a tight area, deep breaths while imagining the breath going into that area can really help. And we're going to hold it here for 5 more breaths. I know that sounds like a long time, but you can do it. And breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Or a soft gaze. Okay, coming out of that, let's get to our hands and knees in a tabletop position. Uncurl your toes, and then just maybe slap the mat with the tops of your feet here, just for a bit. That feels good to me. I hope it feels good to you. Okay, we're gonna come into a seated one-legged stretch. So come to a seated position and extend your right leg out in front of you and bring the sole of your left foot into your right thigh here. And hinge forward at the hips. If you feel yourself rounding, then back off. Maybe bend your knee a little bit. I know I'm not very flexible in my hamstrings, so for me, bending my right knee really helps a lot. And what I'd like you to try to do is try to bring your heart down forward instead of trying to bring your head down. And getting a nice stretch on your right hamstring here. And again, if you have any tension, tight areas, breathe into it. It also helps if you relax other parts of your body. Go ahead and come on up, and we'll do the other side. So extend your left leg and bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. And go ahead and come forward. Feeling a nice stretch here. Breathe. Coming back up. We're going to do Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and butterfly your legs up and down here. Slow butterflies or quick butterflies. Then if you'd like, you may want to bend forward, hinging at the hips. Getting a really good inner thigh stretch here. Coming back up, and we're gonna go into a boat pose. So, in a seated position, your legs are bent. Raise your shins up, shins parallel to the earth. Arms out in front of you, and let's just hold it here for a breath or two. And then let's do a twist, twisting over to the left side. And back to center, and then to the right side. And back to center. And then go ahead and release out of it. I'd like to do some rollbacks here. So make sure you're at the front of your mat. And when you roll back, make sure you don't look back behind you. There's nothing back there. You don't need to look back. Keep your chin tucked. Balance on your sacrum here. Tuck your chin, and we're going to roll back 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and one more for good measure. 4. Okay, and let's come all the way down, lying down on our mats. And we're gonna do a twist here. So bend your knees, bring your arms out to your sides in a T position, and then lower your knees down to the left side of your body. And gaze out over your right fingertips. And for an extra stretch, you can extend your right leg. You can feel really intense IT band stretch here. If there's any other twists you'd like to do instead of this, please feel free to do that. This is our last pose before Shavasana, so if there's anything else you feel your body needs now, go ahead and do that. Two more breaths. And coming back up to center. And we'll do the other side. So bring your knees to the right side of your body, gazing out over your left fingertips. And for a deeper stretch, extend your left leg so it's straight. Maybe you want to close your eyes here. Maybe keep a soft gaze. Two more breaths. And coming back to center. Bring your knees up to your chest and bring your nose to your knees. Hug everything tightly together. And then lower everything out. Coming into Shavasana, legs spread wide on the mat, arms spread wide on the mat, palms facing up. Raise your chest up off the mat and then lower it down. Raise your head up and lower it down. Your feet are dropping gently down to the sides. Close your eyes and feel your connection with the earth. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw, your throat, your shoulders, your torso. Relax your hips, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and even relax your toes. I am safe. I am grounded. I am taken care of. The universe is a safe place. I am always safe, connected to Earth. I am always safe, connected to Earth. I am always safe, connected to Earth. Bring your attention back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Raise your arms up over your head and get a good full body stretch. Stretch it like you just woke up from a great nap. Yawn it out. Bend your knees. Roll over to one side into a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Just rest here for a breath or two. Using your top hand, push the mat away and come up again into a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. Again, resting your palms on your thighs or your knees, palms down to feel grounded. Notice how your body feels after this practice, how your mind feels after this practice. Do you feel more grounded? Do you feel safer? Do you feel that your root chakra is opened a bit? Bring your hands to heart center. Lower your head. I am always safe connected to earth. I am always safe connected to earth. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. I really needed it. I hope it helped you open your root chakra. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Namaste.